I know that I tend to fracture the English language a little bit myself. I do, don't I? I can't help it. I don't want to help it. Shit, you know, just 8 million people talk like me. But I love archaic English. I love old English. It's a beautiful thing, and it's a shame that it died out, isn't it? Yeah, like, pretty fair maiden. Smashing, not, hello, darling. Pretty fair maiden. I tried it out in a dance hall once. I walked up to this bird. I said, pretty fair maiden, wouldst thou tread a measure with me? She says, bug off, puff. Don't worry. But I dig the way they used to talk now. Now and again I'll get to musing, most of the bleeding time actually, I don't have any brains, but I love the old knights of England, and I imagined a knight riding along. Magnificent they was, them geezers. Armour, and a lance, and a sword and a shield, plumes, fantastic. Bloody great horse with hairy feet. Magnificent geezers. Got his little old squire trotting along dutifully behind him. And he's trotting along and he sees a serf standing there just in a sack with a stick, you know. Ho, knave! Yeah, lovely, eh? No, excuse me, chief. Ho, knave! Class, isn't it? Hast thou seen 5 knights to stay, accoutred and arraigned for the tourney at Chester? And the serf says, nay, sire, none have passed this day. He never says, no, sorry, John. Nay, sire, nay, sire, none have passed this day. Trots on a little bit farther. Magnificent sight, you imagine it. Beautiful. Sees another geezer, a bit more flash, football jersey, green tights and noddy hat, you know. Ho, varlet! Oh, fantastic. I'd like to say that to someone. Ho, varlet. You what? Hast thou seen 5 knights this day, accoutred and arraigned for the tourney at Chester? Nay, sire, none have passed this way. Sees a little old lady all bent over, dressed in black with a big bunch of sticks. Big hooky hooter with a warp. Chin. Ho, crone. Oh, what? Lovely. Ho, crone. Hast thou seen 5 knights this day, accoutred and arraigned for the tourney at Chester? No, sire, none have passed this way. Turns round to his squire and says, here, Rich, where the fucking hell are they? Oh, crone. Here's a song for you. It's a really terrific song. It's a song by one of my favourite songwriters, Jeremy Taylor. It's a song called Young Paul, and it's the life story of this is a request, by the way, a little boy called Paul. It's about Paul because it rhymes, but it could be about anybody. Ernie, Tarquin, Cyril, Darren. It very closely resembles my own up-dragging, funny enough. And during the course of this song, you'll notice that I stammer. I will, definitely. At the end of the song, I have a little stammer. Now, I hate to offend anybody, especially now I'm getting old. And so if there's anybody who stammers, don't be offended, please. It's just what they call poetic license. It's part of the song. It's all right? Good. So anybody who stammers, or anybody who ever has stammered, or anybody who's contemplating taking up stammering, don't be offended. I used to stammer very badly, actually, myself when I was a boy. In fact, I still do when I get excited, which is a less and less frequent occurrence. The reason I stammered was due to another specific incident. I've got this photographic memory because little incidents rule your life. Little things happen, and you know the wheel of fate twists. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? And you know, you can go that way or that way. And what happened? It was in 1944, April the 12th. Right, 12:45. No, it was a different one. What was it? It was about 1:35 p.m. when a V2 rocket just missed the corner of Tottenham Grammar School, where I happened to be at the time in second dinners. That bloody thing went off. £1,000 of bleeding TNT went off, right, about 25 yards away. There's 400 boys at our school. Everybody got cured of constipation at the same instant. And every bugger stammered. We felt terrific. They couldn't bloody talk. It's strange. It's a very prevalent syndrome during the war. I don't know whether you remember, but in the big cities, you used to get speech therapy classes. Went on for years in sort of Wembley and the Albert Hall, millions of us. No, cats, that, on, no, man. And it was great. We all stammered like buggers. We used to have assembly at our school. We used to go until dinner time most days. By the time they finished saying grace at dinner time, everything was stone cold and we went home. I never learned it. That's why I'm standing up here playing a bleeding guitar. I would have been a mogul. Definitely a mogul. It's good, isn't it? Leprosy. I'm not half the man I used to be. Little bits are dropping off of me. Love the Beatles. Love the Beatles. Okay, so this is a ballad of young Paul. What about it, Ethel? Said old Sid. Ain't it time we had a kid? 30 years and nothing to show. Something ought to be done, it did. Don't try them dirty tricks on me, said Ethel. You know I don't agree with all that filth. But I've always lived my life respectably. Well, in all our 30 years, Sid said, it's been as cold in this marriage bed as the winter of 47. For God's sake, shall I spark before we're dead? So Ethel Brown was quite surprised to see her belly increase in size. It's quite obscene, she thought. She'd always known such things was most unwise. Young Paul was a tiny little thing, like chitlins tied with a piece of string, and he bowled most all of the time. And most of the time they let him bowl. One day the baby chanced to rest his tiny hand on Ethel's breast. Get on, she screamed. Why, the little brute, it's sex obsessed. But old Sid was not such a bad old chap, and after lunch he liked his nap, but sometimes Paul would yell. So Sid would ride him off and give him a whack. When Paul was old enough, they went on a seaside holiday in Kent and sat in deck chairs. With newspapers over their heads, they was content. But the mighty waves come roaring in. Young Paul was terrified of the din and tried to run away. Come here, Sissy, Ethel screamed and slung him in. Now as Paul grew up, he developed a stutter, and his mum and dad was hurt to matter. What's the matter with him? He can't control his tongue, he must be dim. Then when Paul was 17, he fell in love with a girl he knew quite well and asked her home one day. Who's that you got down there? Yes, it's I. It's just a far friend, said Paul. She's come to call and say hello. Well, you can take her back, said Ethel. We don't want to know. Now Paul's away in a mental home, and his mum and dad sit all alone and wonder what went wrong. We done our best, I'm sure, but he wasn't strong.